Okay, welcome back. We are here at the Under 18 Interzone Championships. It's the last game for day one. We've got Northern A in white against Central B in black. It's currently first half, 6 minutes to go. Sorry for the delay in getting up and running. This game had a little bit of technical difficulties on our end, but hopefully everything goes to plan for the rest of the game and we can bring you some good quality footage of this last session of the day, as we've got Northern A here pushing towards the goal bin. Unfortunately, a no goal here, stick infringement. It'll be an advantage to Central B. As you can see, the ref there moving the puck out and away from the bin, and Central B getting in position to take this free puck. Good chance for them to get the puck away from their goal bin, get themselves out to the side of the pool and into a little bit of safety. So current score is 6-0 to Northern A. It's hard when you have these games between an A team from a strong region like Auckland and a B team from another region. It's always going to be challenging for the B teams to compete with these A teams, but it's a good chance for the Central B team to have a really good game focusing on their defensive skills, working with what they're trying to do as a team, and helping them build some good experience as they go into tomorrow, where they'll have a lot of tough games against some of the other teams, and they can hopefully take some good lessons from this game that'll put them in a good position going into semi-finals. As Northern A is pushed towards the goal there, it's a goal to number 7. So that's Rayanne Kwon from the Northern 18. She plays for Epsom Girls, senior girls in the secondary schools league. Probably finished up maybe about a month or two ago as the players transition out of that school competition and start building towards this under 18 championship. So she's got a few friends in her team from the Epsom girls team, and then there's a range of players from other schools. Okay, so we've got Northern A again up on attack over on that far side of the pool. They'll be looking for a nice, clean, controlled game here. I'm sure their coach has given them a couple of specific things to work on, but they'll also just be going out to play as hard as they can. It's what you want all of our teams to do in every game, but you can see them setting up quite well on this goal. You can see they're putting a forward right up there facing backwards in front of the goal bin to help support the attack as it comes through. So really committing to quite an aggressive attacking strategy with those players up nice and close on the goal bin, which does a couple of things. It makes it quite hard for the defensive teams to put their players into the position that they want to, when you've got an attacking player in there in the way who's also trying to take up space in front of the goal bin, and it also means that the defensive team, the attacking team, have got that forward up there to aim for, so that if the backs are making that drive through, they've got a player that they can pass to, and having that player facing backwards, as that forward seems to be doing for the Northern 18, really means that they can see quite a lot and they can adapt to the play and put themselves in a good position to receive a pass and support that drive to the goal. Nice drive here from Central B. Good drive out of defence. Some nice strong swimming. Unfortunately, one of those players has just been called for a free arm infringement. So the white team, Northern A's got an advantage puck here, which they can just use to reset. As you can see, the player attacking the puck. Number 11, as you can see, handily marked on her fins there, comes down, takes a couple of kicks and then fires it off wide to one of her backline to make some space around the outside. good work there from that forward from Central B. You could see that um, it was a great team play. They had one player come in on the other side of the attacker, and then having both those players, one on either side of the puck, made it quite hard for the person with the puck to choose an option. And in the end, that forward had just come in great position and managed to sneak the puck away. It's a nice little passage of play here from the Central team. Good focus on hanging on to the puck, trying to get it to their teammates and coming in and making those tackles together, which means that they can really make an effort to implement what they're trying to do in this game. Got a good drive here from the Northern A team. Started from what looks like a really nice turn and pass off the wall from that from one of the backs on the white team. So it's a goal to number 12 white, Nicole Lockie, who is a forward who plays for Dio when she's not playing for her Auckland under-18 team. So just coming back to that goal, started from a really nice turn and drive off the wall from that winger on the white team, brought it into the middle of the pool. Good drive from her teammates, and then managed to connect the puck through to the forwards, who then could drive at the bin nice and hard and fast. So it's half time here, and the score is 8-0 to the Northern team. Sorry about the break there. I was just having a bit of a chat with Devon Glover, who's one of the coaches of the Central B team. He's just sharing with us here in the commentary box that they've got quite a young team here from Central. They've got mostly year 10 and 11s in their team, so it's going to be a great learning experience for them this comp, getting all the value out of playing all these teams against these other regions, playing against different styles, playing against different players. And if they can stay together as a group for a few years, then by the time they've reached the end of their time at school and moved up to the Central A team, they're all going to be extremely strong players. So great move there to think about a development strategy and to give those younger players the opportunity to play at this level. As we see the second half kick off, Northern A again regains possession off that strike and is pushing up along the left hand wall there. And I'm not sure if our camera feed is flickering out there for you guys at home. It's flickering quite a lot for us here in the commentary desk. there's not a lot that we can do about that at the moment, unfortunately, so we'll just try and fill in what we can based on what we're seeing, and try and help you fill in the gaps as this commentary continues and the picture continues to flicker a bit. So we've got a stick infringement here against Northern team. So Central have got a free puck, a chance for them to keep hold of the puck, and we saw in that first half towards the end they seemed to settle into their groove a little bit, really focused on retaining possession and getting it cleanly to their next teammate in a position that that player could come in and do something with it straight away. So if they can continue doing that in the second half, it's going to allow them to actually implement what they're trying to do, which would be great to see. So we've got a wide drive here from the Northern A team. One of the wingers there supported by the forward as they continue this drive up the pool. Unfortunately couldn't manage to hang on to possession here, and Central have got it back. But it looks like some great rotation there from the Northern team. Looked like their Central player just turned and laid it back for their goalie to drive off that angle up towards the bin, and then their forwards have got possession of it here right in front of the bin, although well defended there by Wellington. I think we've got one of the referees is playing advantage. Not quite sure what that infringement was for, but we'll see if it was, looks like it might have been for the defensive team. They've just caught advantage over, and as Northern looks to restart their attack again, looking to turn it off those walls and pull it into the middle. You can see there that that player just turned and put her feet on the wall in an effort to drive off into the middle of the pool, create some momentum, but well stopped by the Central team. A little bit of back and forth here. I think this happens quite often at the start of a second half. Both teams have a little bit of a chat at half time, think about what they want to do at the start of the second half. Can take a little while for teams to settle back in as they get used to the pace again and start going about their work. So we've got a goal here for Northern A to number 8, Terry Warner. Terry was part of the women's under-19 team, won gold for New Zealand at the World Champs earlier this year, so she's got 4 of her New Zealand teammates in this team with her, so very strong team there from Northern. You can see that as they play. They've got a lot of players who know each other really well, and are able to come in and support each other. Great effort there from that forward. Come in, nice tackle, instantly looking for that space, driving off the wall and into the middle of the pool, but well defended by Central as they stopped that push towards their goal and headed out to safety, out to the wall, and a chance for them to get on the attacking foot, get a little bit of a breather, and prepare for what looks like another wide break from Northern A. You see that it's coming through quite a lot as a pattern of play. When they're on one of the walls, they're looking to drop the puck deep, really spread it across their back line, and set their wings up with the puck so that they can make that good ground driving forward. And they're doing a really good job at the moment of connecting up with that forward on the outside, which is putting a lot of pressure on the Central team, where they're responding really well in this half so far. Just the one goal, so we're 9-0 for Northern, from a half-time score of 8-0. Okay, welcome back. We're just at the end of one of the team timeouts. There's about just over 3.5 minutes remaining in this game. And the current score is, I think it's 14-0 to Northern A over Central B. As the play gets underway, teams are in the middle of the pool. Looks like Northern has possession. Doing a really good job of recycling clean puck to their back line and giving their backs really good puck to swim off, which is really helping them set up their nice attacking drives. It's working quite well for them as a team, with their forwards making a big effort to give that backline clean puck, and then the backs rewarding the forwards by giving them some nice clean passes to swim onto. So nice work from the team there to create those good strong linkages. So here we've got Central B taking possession of the puck. Unfortunately couldn't quite hang on to it there, although they've got some good forwards coming back, trying to get in the middle of the play and disrupt this drive from the Northern A team. Nice work there from Northern A. It's just really hard to compete when they have such great numbers in front of the bin. You could see that they had 4 or 5 players down supporting that drive into the bin. They were always going to score when you've got that kind of numbers on the bottom right in front of the bin. And unfortunately one of the Central B players is now in the sin bin for an illegal sub in the middle of that passage of play. So they're going to have to play out the next minute with 5 players. Hopefully they can find just that little bit of extra intensity that will allow them to make up for the fact that they're down a player against a very strong team, which is always incredibly tough. So we've got another goal here to Northern A. So another goal to Rebecca Dean. So the Central team will be back to 6 players shortly. They'll just be talking amongst themselves and figuring out what happens when that player gets back in the water. She goes straight back into the player if she heads to the substitution box, so the team can get the right balance of players back in the water. It's always a bit of a juggling act when you go down to 5 players trying to figure out which player comes out, who you go down, and how you try and cover that hole that you've got now that you're a player down. Different teams deal with it in different ways. But ultimately you're just trying to make sure that you are as protected as you can be, and those players that you've got in the water really try and secure the puck. So we've got a stick infringement called here against the Northern team, so it'll be an advantage puck for Central on their defending 5-metre line. So 24 seconds left in this game. I think Northern will be looking to try and push in one last goal, and Central will be looking to try and close this game out, hang on to the puck and make sure that they keep it in a part of the pool that it's going to stay nice and safe for these last few seconds. And that's us, 16-0 win to Northern A over Central B. Quite a clinical performance from Northern A. You really saw the effort that they made to set their teammates up with clean puck. They had good speed out wide, good drives off the wall on angles, and managed to link up with their forwards and give their forwards some nice clean puck to run on. And you just saw the emphasis of that as they closed out this game in quite a clinical fashion with that 16-0 win. Again, lots of lessons for the Central team in there. They'll be pleased with their performance. Bunch of young players up against some of the best players in this age group in the world. So great game for them, and hopefully they can take what they learned from this game and have a great day tomorrow. That's us for the day. Signing off from Manurewa. We will see you tomorrow.